Hey guys, this is Kaiju 242117 signing in, also known as Quinn. So, today I'm going to be talking about top 10 video games that I played for this year that I think is awesome and I recommend for you guys to play. Now, there are some games that you will agree and there's some games you probably disagree. But anyways, it's your opinion and if you guys have your own opinion, just list down below and comment down what are your games for 2019. Anyways, let's start off with number 10. Number 10 will be World War Z. Now, I like this game because, first of all, I'm a huge zombie fan. I also love shooting zombies, fighting zombies, everything, which is why I admire more of Zombieland and a bit more Resident Evil movies. Now, I did see the film World War Z and I thought it was okay, but I feel it should have been more. This one kind of provided in a way that what it should have been. Now, the only thing why this is my number 10, even though I do like it, there are some few things I have problems with it. So basically, you get to play 4 different characters and you can play with 4 other people or 3 other peoples. Now, this could have been an opportunity for giving us a split screen co-op because I'm a huge fan of split screen co-op, which is why in a way I like Resident Evil 5 and 6. And of course, I like Halo co-op games and of course some of the Call of Duty games. This one, however, did not provide that, so I was like, what's the point of having 4 playable characters if we cannot have a split screen co-op couch? Now, some of you guys saying like, oh, we're not huge fans, but to me, I'm a huge fan of those. So that way I can tell my brothers like, watch out, or my sister saying, oh, watch out, because it's kind of fun. Now, some of you may not have siblings, but if you have best friends that like to come over to your house, definitely would have been a fun choice instead of just sitting in your chairs, talking to them on your headphones or whatever, or even on computers. But it's your opinion. But anyways, I do recommend if you guys are interested in this game. Also, do note, if you do play a harder difficulty, you will be having a hard, difficult time playing it by yourself. Now, and also, will you trust your AI buddies? Sometimes, and most of the time, they're not really helpful. Anyways, on to the next one is Metro Exodus. So I bought on the Xbox One instead of PlayStation 4 because, well, the Xbox One includes a free Metro 2033, which is pretty good. For PS4, they don't have that, so I'll just go for the one free game. I gotta say, I did enjoy Metro. However, I haven't fully finished it yet because it's lots of stuff to do, and then there were so many other games I had to take care of, and of course, personal business. But I love the graphics, I love the gameplay, and especially it is breathtaking. Now, even though it's a good game, it's still not my most favorite of all, but I do recommend it for anyone who loves this kind of game or a huge fan of it. Anyways, on to number 8, Gears 5. Like I said, I'm a huge co-op fan. This is one of the games you should own right now. I love Gears of War series, all the way into Gears 5. And Gears 5 is actually a good addition to the Gears saga. But I do feel there were some good opportunities of multiple characters that we can choose, but it seems as though we are very limited for that one. So I kind of wish they actually added more into that. But overall, it's a good Gears of War game. Now, there's some people who are like, nah, I think Gears of War 3 is enough. Or some people sound like, we don't really need Gears. But honestly, for me, I like Gears 5. If you guys love co-op couch campaign or co-op campaign, definitely buy this one. Up, my next one, number 7 would be Mortal Kombat 11. Alright, so Mortal Kombat. I'm a huge fan of Mortal Kombat. But I haven't played from any other previous game until Mortal Kombat 9. And of course, 10 and 11. But what I love about this game is the story mode. I get to see all the characters who were evil, see their counterparts from the past time that's still potentially good. And with that, there's a huge possibilities that they can come back or how they can become good guys. And I do like the story. If you guys are not a huge fan of the story, it's understandable. But I love the combat of the system. I love the graphics. It's amazing. Especially, I like the new cameos, especially with the Terminator cameo in Mortal Kombat 11. But if you guys are a huge fan of fighting games, this is definitely one of them. If you guys like the story of the Mortal Kombat story, definitely get this game. Now, up to number 6. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It is back, everyone. If you are a huge Modern Warfare fan, definitely get Modern Warfare 2019. This game is breathtaking with the graphics and storyline. And I am so happy to come back with a campaign because Black Ops 4 was very disappointing. But they have story mode, but you have to actually have a PlayStation Plus to play the game. I have it I can still play it, only in multiplayer. But that's still not fun enough. And plus, when you have Battle Royale in it, it's just me and my brother playing it, but no one else will play. I was like, what's the point of having Battle Royale? We don't have anyone else to play with. So you have to actually have a PlayStation Plus to play with someone else, or to play the story mode. Now, here's the thing. Story mode in Black Ops 4 is terrible because you need PlayStation Plus. This one, you don't need to get PlayStation Plus to play the campaign. Now, anyways, this Modern Warfare campaign is very brutal. Now, if you're thinking that's the most brutal thing, I'm pretty sure maybe Modern Warfare 2 campaign is, but this was very brutal and very realistic on how it is taken in our current timeline. But overall, guys, if you guys are feeling you don't know if Call of Duty Modern Warfare is that great, it's actually good. But probably not the greatest, but it is still a good Call of Duty game. But overall, if you guys agree or disagree, I can totally understand. But for me, I like this game a lot. Now, up to number 5 would be Control. Now, if you guys have ever played Alan Wake or played Quantum Break, this game has that very similarities, but feels a bit more of a Quantum Break, but better. I actually like this game a lot because you can control your character with new powers, moving around. Very similar to Quantum Break, but Quantum Break has a very limited timeline power. But overall, this game gives you good upgrades, gives you a lot of exploration, and I love exploring. And the enemies were pretty decent, and I do like this a little bit more, which is why it's my top 5. However, if you guys don't feel like it's one of your game, it's okay. But definitely try out Control. It is one of the most interesting games I've ever played. Alright, up next is Sekiro, Shadow Die Twice. This game is hard. If you guys cannot handle hard games, don't get it. But if you like for a challenge, definitely play this game. I've died multiple times from this game, but I gotta say, it is definitely worth fighting and playing. This game is definitely worth your money and time to play around, especially upgrading your character, learn how to do fight swords and act like a samurai. And I love those kind of combats, but it will get you frustrated time to time to time, again and again, even as a noob. I'm kind of noob into this game, but overall, definitely worth to play, guys, and you definitely should try this out. This is one of the closest best samurai games we get so far. Now, there's another game coming out in 2020. I believe it's Ghost of Tsushima, but I think that's more of an open world. I cannot wait to try that out. But overall, you guys try this game out. Now, before we get to our first 3 games, I'm going to give out some few games I do recommend. So, I played Bendy and the Ink Machine. If you guys like some PG or rated T horror games, this is one of them. However, it does get a little bit boring if you have no idea where to go, but it's actually a pretty fun game to look around, start beating up some weird cartoon-like ink creatures and stuff and blah blah blah. But overall, these games are pretty interesting for you guys. Then the next up I recommend, which I did a review, is Man of Medan, or Man of Medan, from the Dark Picture Anthology. If you guys like Until Dawn, try this game out. This game is actually pretty interesting. But the heart rating, just let you guys know, heart rating is pretty tricky. Unless you guys have a really good thumbs and very good at your sharpness for touching the exact moment for the heartbeat rating. But I was having a hard time with this, but overall this game is pretty interesting. And it gives you multiple paths, multiple endings, and everything. Well, anyways, I hope these games interest you. Now, for my top 3 games, let's start with the third one. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Now, if you are very disappointed for Star Wars Rise of Skywalker and want a better story, I recommend this. This is one of the best Star Wars storylines I've ever heard, and especially Star Wars game I played even better than Star Wars Battlefront 2. Why is that? The combat is fluent. I love the characters even more than what we have, and especially get to see how there are some Jedi's that survived. And I was interested to see any Jedi who survived against Execute Order 66. And honestly, guys, this is one of the best games that EA and Respawn has done. Now, I think I credit more for Respawn Entertainment because they are the one that do the stories more, especially when they did Titanfall 2, which I love that game as well. And EA, well, I'll credit them for probably for the engines that it looks, because since it does kind of look like a Battlefield graphics like feeling, like Frostbite 3. I think that's still the current Frostbite they're still using. But anyways, if you guys like Star Wars or want to have a good Star Wars story, definitely get this game. It's kind of like Sekiro, but I think this one is a bit more different in a way. But definitely one of the best Star Wars games I've played. Alright, number 2, Devil May Cry 5. I never played Devil May Cry 5, never played Devil May Cry series before until when I saw this trailer. So I decided to play the previous games, and yes, I did play the DMC, and I gotta be honest with you, I like the DMC combat, but of course Dante characters is pretty stupid in a way. But I like the original Devil May Cry series, where we see Dante is acting like a badass, acting like Bruce Lee in a way, and he knows how to talk smart. Now this game definitely returns to that kind of route, and we get to play, of course, Nero, one of my favorite characters from Devil May Cry 4, and of course the legendary Devil Hunter Dante, and of course we get to play a new character named V, which is funny. There's a V shape that's basically probably the main focus. But anyways, if you guys like Devil May Cry, definitely buy this game. This game is tons of fun, tons of action, and lots of styles to try out. And this is from Capcom, and I'm a huge fan of Capcom since all the Resident Evil games I played. So I do recommend you guys, if you want to play any slasher games, this is one of them. Now, my number 1 game is also from Capcom, and it's Resident Evil 2. This is a masterclass horror game I've anticipated since I played Resident Evil 7. And I played all Resident Evil games from, I would say, starting with the 4 all the way to now. Now, yes, I started out with the 4 because that's my first Resident Evil game, which I will tell you more about it later. Now, ever since people started to dislike some of the recent Resident Evil games, they want to go back, the Capcom want to go back to one of the scarier element, which brought up Resident Evil 7. And then because of it, they want to keep that format for the RE engines, and as well the puzzles and everything, and they brought it into Resident Evil 2. And I gotta say, it is breathtaking, and it is phenomenal. If you guys haven't played Resident Evil games, or have not played any survival horror games, this is the one you need to play, especially during Halloween. And especially to play it again, because next year, Resident Evil 3 remake is coming out, which got me by surprise, actually. I really want to play Resident Evil 3. Now, I have not played the originals yet, but I recently downloaded on my PlayStation 3, which I'm going to try to play them out later. But some people are afraid that Resident Evil 3 is going to be action-oriented because the way from the trailer. Honestly, I played a bit of original Resident Evil 3. It kind of feels a bit like action-paced. Now, look, as long as there's still element of horror and still zombies and still hard to kill the zombies, then it's fine. But we'll have to wait and see. But overall, Resident Evil 2 is my number 1 game of 2019. If you guys disagree, it's understandable. Anyways, guys, these are all my games of 2019 that I played, that I've enjoyed myself. Now, if there are some games I haven't played that you recommend, just let me know down below. I'll try to explain if I have played the game or if I have not. And I'll explain why I have not, though. But overall, these are the games I played so far for this year. Now, there are some games like Death Stranding. I'm kind of interested to play the game, but I have not bought it yet, so just be patient. I'll give you my thoughts. But I do hear good things, and then I do hear some criticisms that got me scared a little bit. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just comment down below and let me know what you guys think about my list of 2019 games. Like, share, and subscribe, and ring notification bells. Alright, this is Kaiji 2014-117, signing off.